Only issue is they are about on its busiest time. Let's drink some water mixed with the fish shit. It's like a giant Godzilla. Hello guys, and I was gonna say welcome to Tokyo, but I'm not there yet, but I will be very soon. Well, in 3 hours. About this ticket, I think it was about 16,000 yen. I'm in Feb 2025, things can change, but this is the price at the moment. The distance we'll be covering today will be just close to 400 kilometers. This is the bullet train. One of them. Look how sleek it is. Alright, so finally in the train, and it is moving. Bang on time, 11:21. I'm glad I came to Japan during winter. I mean, as much as summer is kind of easy to travel because you obviously carry less stuff, but I think the vibe of winter is magical. I mean, this is how people live here. And I think the snow is at least a foot deep because sometimes you see a car, but you can't see the tires. It's just like covered in snow. And that's why I'm wearing sunnies, because it's so white out there. It's like getting into your eyes. Or maybe I'm just being too dramatic. Oh look, they are spraying something on the train from the tracks. It's probably like I don't know, like anti-icing. Oh yeah, I think that's the spray they use. And now my views are gone. So we cleared the heavy snowfall area. Now we're going through, I think it's halfway through Tokyo, some town. They just changed to Japanese. But I'll give you guys a tour of the train. So this is the green class, which got a seating 2 on each side, and of course it's more spacious. I think that's again the same thing. And we got a train master here, toilets, a sink to wash your hands. What is this place? I don't know. Oversized baggage compartment. And I think this is a normal class. So it's got 3 on one side and 2 on the other. And so on. But yeah, so if you ever want to travel either from Tokyo to Kyoto or Kyoto to Tokyo, just be mindful where the Mount Fuji is going to be. So right now, for this instant, I'm traveling up north. So the Mount Fuji is going to be on my left hand side. of the direction of the travel. So that's why when I booked the ticket, I made sure I book on that side. I think it's D on this side, but you look at a train map and then you'll be able to see. And welcome to Tokyo. Finally, we are here. The train was 12 minutes late, and I think they apologized like 20 times in the train announcements. I'm like, guys, it's all good. But here we are in the big smoke. So I'll be here for a few days. And in this video, I will cover my stay in Tokyo. What I do, where I go, all the kind of stuff. And of course, one of the days will be a trip to Mount Fuji, which is not tomorrow, but the day after. All right, let's get to the hotel first. That's gonna be another train. So just got outside the Tokyo station, that's right behind me. A lot of people are taking their photos with that in the background. I mean, to me it doesn't look anything special, but I don't know, maybe I'm just hard to place. So I need to catch a subway from here to Shinjuku. Right now I'm in the center of Shinjuku in Tokyo. It's one of the busiest areas in the city, and it's not too far from Shibuya. But this is what it looks like on Sunday afternoon, evening. It's about 4 p.m. Good morning, guys, and it's day 2 in Tokyo, and right now I'm outside the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. It's the world's busiest pedestrian crossing. I mean, have a look. And what a timing. This feels like a battleground. What pedestrian crossing you get to see this? Well, of course, Shibuya. Today's probably not the best example of how busy it can get, but hey, we're here. It's iconic, and you have to do it when you're in Shibuya. Second thing, I got really lucky today because I got the ticket for the Shibuya Sky. It's that monster behind me, over there. So right now it's close to 11. And my slot is at 11:40, so I got, I don't know, half an hour, and the Shibuya Crossing is not too far from that building anyway. The reason I said I got really lucky, it's because they're sold out for today. And I'll tell you the story in a bit. It's interesting, and maybe it will help you get a ticket if you just avoid doing what Sammy does and actually plan ahead. We'll talk about it, but we got the ticket. I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't look anything extraordinary. I mean, it does look busy, but it's got a world's title of being the busiest crossing, and so maybe at night time we'll do that. All right, looks like everyone's ready. Charge. They're not done. Good on her. They even got the police on standby. There's a patrol car parked over there. I mean, Maybe people can get upset sometimes if they don't get the photo they desire. I don't blame people. Right, time to get a coffee. That's a good point of view. Oh, what a timing again. Those are the Mario Karts. So you can dress up and yeah, ride around in those little go-karts. And there are more. Oh, so you don't have to dress up as a Mario, you can just dress up anything. Right now I'm on top of this Shibuya Sky, and I must say it's absolutely worth it. The ticket for this one was 2,500 yen per person, and it's a slot system. They allow a certain amount of people to come up at one time. However, there is no time limit that you can stay here. I'm sure everyone gets tired eventually. This is awesome. So I'll quickly tell you what happened with the ticket. So I was trying to book it through Klook, and he said I can't find a slot for today. It was all booked out. Then I went to the official website, found one slot that was available 11:40, which is this one. But because my card is from overseas, it wouldn't allow me. I tried all these different cards, so I was like, you know what, let's just get here. So when I got here, they did have a sign saying the tickets are sold out, but I spoke to the staff and said, look, online I could see one slot available. And he said, okay, cool, go through it. And then when I got to the ticket counter, he gave me a ticket for 11:40, which is super lucky. There are slots available for tomorrow, but I'm going to Mount Fuji, so that's not possible. And ideally I wanted to come here at the night time, but it all worked out really well. So yeah, if you planning to come to Tokyo, I'm pretty confident that you will come to, or you should come to Shibuya Sky, because look at this. It gives you a good perspective of how big this city is. I mean, the 360 views. So please plan ahead and don't be Sammy. Don't leave it to the last minute. He was playing hide and seek with me when I was on the train yesterday from Kyoto. Sometimes I would just hide behind a mountain and then we'll come up. But I eventually got a good shot. But I'm definitely looking forward to my trip for tomorrow. That'll be a whole day trip, but you will see in this video. And if you're tired, you know, today is a relatively warm day, but you can use this day beds and just chill here. I mean, why not? Looking at the Mount Fuji line down here. I don't know if the words can describe that. There is another option, and that is that tower over there. It's called Tokyo Sky Tree. Another vantage point to look at the city. In my personal opinion, Shibuya Sky is the way to go. They got a lounge setting on this side of the building. It's nice and very thoughtful, just like most of the things in Japan. What a beautiful day to be up here, and I hope the weather stays like this or better for tomorrow when I go to Mount Fuji, because that will be the highlight. That will make my trip. So far the weather's been amazing. Even in Kyoto it just surprised me with the snow. So if you haven't seen that video, the Kyoto, have a look. I did the walk in Fushimi Inari Shrine and it was all covered in the snow. It was stunning. Best. Well, time for the next activity or spot. Not sure what it is, but we'll figure it out. And just before the exit, they have this gallery, which of course is popular again with the people taking the photos. And that's down there is the Shibuya Crossing. So after finishing at Shibuya, I have come to Shinjuku, and here something I just wanted to show you guys. It's really popular, the 3D giant cat it's called. Something. It was on the list of things to do and see here, so I thought we'd go and check it out. So there's also a big Godzilla head. That's nearby. Let's get there and see if that's probably a bit more exciting than this one. We can only hope. Just outside the next attraction, and here it is. Keep looking up. Yeah, you spot anything? To me that looks like a giant Godzilla. If I tell you it's 4 p.m. on Monday evening, would you believe? This is what this place looks like. It's so alive. I mean, it's got a weekend feel. I'll try to be back here tonight. It's got a vibe. Japan's got a vibe. You know, you look around and you come across streets like that. You just keep getting lost and lost. Good morning guys, and day 3, and it is cold again. Today I am off to Mount Fuji on a day trip. Just waiting for a guy to come pick us up. There are of course various other tour groups as well, which I believe most of them are probably heading to Mount Fuji as well, because that's what I overheard. The journey shouldn't take more than 2-ish hours, and once there we get a long list of things to see, places to go to, so that will be really interesting day. So we just arrived at our first stop, which is Lake Kawagicho, and check this out. This is one of 5 lakes that Mount Fuji is surrounded by. It's a very popular spot, as you can see. There are a lot of people, and it's cold. It's a little bit windy, which obviously makes the cold feel even more colder than what it is. And we're here for like 1 hour, which is a decent amount of time to appreciate this giant, get some cool photos. Technically it's an active volcano, but it last erupted 300 years ago, 1700 something. So it should be fine now, but I'm pretty confident that the scientists, they're keeping an eye on it to make sure that they pick up the warnings before it happens, if it does. But so far it's all good. I was also watching the news. I was in Santorini a few months ago during my Europe trip, and now they're having volcanoes, eruptions. And there's another massive volcanic eruptions happening between Australia and the Southeast Asia. I think the big mountain in Indonesia that has gone off. So there's a few seismic activities happening at this time of the year. It's a Feb 2025. Not this time of the year, but this time of the, I don't know, era, whatever you want to call it. So throughout this trip today, we'll be watching Mount Fuji from different angles, different points. So hang in there, there's more stuff coming. We are at the second stop. It's called Lawson. And yes, it is a convenience store, but not like any other. Because, as you can tell, it's popular photo place. And why not? I mean, it's got a Mount Fuji in the background. So Lawson is like a 7-Eleven equivalent. They've got heaps of these in Japan, but I think this one stands out the most. I mean, Japan has the skill of turning something so simple into a gold. Who would have thought? Just a convenience store will attract people who are not actually there to buy something. Well, some do, but most just so they can stand outside and take a photo of Mount Fuji. Only in Japan. Well done, guys. So we have just arrived at our next stop, which are 2 things at one location but separate. So the first thing is, I think it's called Arakurama, this shrine here. It's really popular. The only issue is there are about 400 steps one way. So just arrived at the pagoda, but we're going to continue hiking up just to get this another viewpoint where I hope, and I'm only assuming, that we'll get this pagoda in line with the Mount Fuji. So it's not too bad. 400 steps there aren't many, to be honest. Difficulty level maybe 2 out of 10, pushing to 3, but that's it. So here we are at the lookout point, and this is what it looks like. This is probably one of the most photographed spot here in Japan. Stunning. Super lucky with weather. So we got like an hour and a half to do this pagoda, go down and look at the clock shop, which not really a clock shop, well it is, but that's not the highlight. I think that's more than enough time. And here is Mount Fuji, the township, I mean. It's pretty big. It's way bigger than I thought. So after finishing with the pagoda, just came to this clock shop. There is a clock shop there, but I don't think people are much into that clock. Well, maybe some are, but that's just a reference point, because from here, as you can see, there are a lot of people. You get the Mount Fuji bang in the middle of the street. So the last but not the least on today's list is Oshino Hakkai. And that is the sets of 8 ponds. We can't see them from here because we have the obstruction, but once I get down, we'll be able to check them out. And the water is a collection of the snow that's been melting from the Fuji mountain. And it is believed that if you drink this water, it improves health. So I think it's really critical that I must try. I mean, good health is a key. This place I'm standing right now, it's a museum. So you pay 300 yen per person, and then it lets you in. And then once you're in, you have this vantage point, which I think it's stunning. And of course you can just use the staircase and come up here, which gives you a bit of a elevated view. In one of these ponds, I see people have thrown in some coins.
No.
I wouldn't have any clue what's the relevance of that is, but based on my traveling history, I believe it's some sort of luck. So here we are, we're gonna try one as well. All right. Well, the fish is going crazy for it, only to get disappointed that it's not food. Sorry, fish. So that middle pond over there, which is the circular bit just behind where these people are filling their water bottles, it's 8 meters deep. Once I get close to it, we'll have a look because we can see the bottom. Back to the point of drinking this water, of course you can drink it from those little makeshift taps, and also you can bring a water bottle, fill it up, take it back home. So every time you get sick, you just take a sip and you're good to go. Maybe. So here is the middle pond, and it's apparently 8 meters deep. I just wanted to double check. I thought maybe 8 feet. No, it's meters. And it's got some big fish in there. Don't throw a coin, Sammy. Sorry, fish. So, just gonna line up for the holy water, and I think the line's moving pretty quick. So I'm looking forward to some changes that I might have after having the mighty, super clean Mount Fuji water. This guy really believes in it. That's all, let him drink, let him drink. The more the better. Yummy? He's going for it. Oh, I don't have any water bottle, but let's drink some water mixed with the fish shit. It feels, it actually tastes like just normal water. I don't see any changes as yet, but maybe down the track. And I hope I extended my lifespan a little bit. And with that, the Mount Fuji one-day trip is over. It's a big day from pick up to drop off, 10 hours. So 8 o'clock and we just came back at 6 p.m. So I think it's pretty worth it. I paid about 10,000 yen per person. It includes pick up, drop off. Food is extra. They do stop at the restaurant halfway through. So I think unless you are hiking Mount Fuji, one-day trip like this from Tokyo City, that's pretty good. That's all I can say from my experience. Like if I'm hiking Mount Fuji, I'll definitely stay there because I believe there's a bit of paperwork and formalities you have to do. Without getting into too much of details, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give you some sort of motivation to come and check out Mount Fuji in Japan. The video is not going to end here because after this I'm going to head over to my hotel and quickly change, maybe just get fresh pretty much and head out to the city. And this will be my last night in Tokyo, so looking forward to that one. And yes, I am back in Shibuya, but not for the crossing, but for something really, really important. Well, at least to me. And that is Hachiko. And this square is named Hachiko Square. Anyone who hasn't seen this movie, please check it out. You are missing out on big time. This story is based on, true events. For those who have seen it, they know exactly what I mean. And for those who haven't, I will not spoil it for you guys, but please have a look. It's absolutely worth it. And another movie I can recommend, it's Red Dog. It's an Aussie movie, very similar, same again about the facts. So it's factual based, it's not fiction. So based on true stories and events. And Red Dog was actually a red dog. Maybe we need a square back in Australia, Red Dog Square, just like we got a Hachiko Square here. Love this movie. Probably not a good perspective on an angle to see how many people are here. It would be fantastic to actually see it from up there, the Shibuya Sky. I think riding around in those at night time, at this time, it's much better than the daytime. I haven't done either, but I don't know. I feel Tokyo is a city of night. During the day it looks pretty, but night would be amazing. What an experience. You gotta be here to feel it. Hello. Hello, mate, how are you? I mentioned it earlier, there could be about 3,000 people at one time crossing this on its busiest time. Oh, hello. The locals are really friendly tonight. So let's pick this street. This is a perfect way to stamp the time and date that I'm in Tokyo. And to be precise, at the Shibuya Crossing. And with that, it's end of Tokyo and this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it because I really liked my stay in Tokyo. Something I would like to just add about the Mount Fuji trip. It's less of a guided tour, but more of like a personalized taxi. What I mean by that is they drop you off at a location, give you like an hour, 45 minutes, and then pick you up, take you to the next stop, and so on. And that is the reason I booked a tour and tried not to do it by myself, because I didn't want it to bother changing train, buses, all the kind of stuff. And this way, it was all timed. So 10 hours, fully occupied. Yes, a bit rushed, but it's all right. First time, it's not too bad. And next time, I got my bearings a bit better. And I'm pretty sure next time I will stay there because I really like to hike Mount Fuji. I'm off to Hokkaido tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. And I have heard from other people that I met during the trip, they said it's like snowing really heavily. So we'll be there tomorrow and there'll be more stuff coming up. So we'll see you in those videos very soon. You guys take care and good night from Tokyo.